go. Old school pro, you know I know how the story go. Ain't nothing new about living. That's legit, cause now I'm getting 60 with it, ooh, that's slick. Let's visit memory lane, Shantown Soul Train. Revolution was a lifestyle, not just a song. Martin Luther was the king, and not LeBron. Motor City was a thing like Teflon Don. Remember Perry Mason, and that's my mama. Good times brought us many good laughs and great drama. On the scene, gave Celine before Jay-Z and Jay. The last poets hit the scene, rapping truth in old day. Now truth be told, nothing ever stays the same. Block used to be a place, but now it's a chain. Catfish was for dinner, but now it's a shame. Put respect on my name now, hey, I'm getting 60 with it. Getting 60 with it. Getting 60 with it. Getting 60 with it. What? You want my arm to fall off? Billy D, Black Love, and Diana the boss. Hey, gay was in emotion. Emotions were a group. Clouds were in the sky, and texts were from a book. Life is about love, and love is life. 6 decades, so nothing tend to get your head right. Not money, not fame, not the bag or a thrill. Ring the bell, get the whip, make a flip, close the deal. No thing on earth could ever fill up the pain in your soul. If there's a hole, only love can fill. Make mistakes, stay your ground, leave the 10 for the clowns. Lift your head, fix your crown. The way up is always down. No regrets, no worries, no hurries. Just peace, forgetting myself and others. Living grace for the weak. Lesson learned. Life lived, story told, on track. That's a fact. What else? Getting 60 with it. Getting 60 with it. Getting 60 with it. Getting 60 with it.
Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Can you all see me? Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. I'm Apostle Darling, Coach Darling for this segment. So good to see everyone. That was just my single found on YouTube's and Spotify and all of the streaming platforms. Getting 60 with it. How many 60 plus folks I got out there today? Listen, give me a shout out. I'd love to hear from you, and I'd love for you to download that song. It was just an inspiration for me to, I just decided I was going to write a song. That's one of the things that I know I've been called to do. I'm actually a very good writer. And I write a lot better than I talk. And so I wrote a song, Getting 60 with it. And you can find it on iTunes, like I said, and Spotify and whatever. And it's a pretty good beat. I didn't rap it because, I hired somebody to do the rapping because I'm not a rapper. I'm staying true to who I am. And that's kind of what I want to talk about today, because I just want to jump on here real quick and I just give a shout out to everybody watching, whatever page that you're on. I want to let everyone know I can't always see all of the comments. Hey there, Tracy. Hey, you 61 girl. Okay, you beat me to the 61, Tracy. I'm right behind you. Listen, I hope you listen to my song. It's a great song, just taking us back to, the times that we grew up in and how things are different now, So again, I'd love for you all to download Getting 60 with it. It's going to say Darlin Turner, but of course I'm not the one singing the lyrics because it would be terrible if that was me. But so good to see you, Tracy. Oh, thank you. Listen, pass it on to some 60 pluses. We're actually going to be doing a video. I'm looking for some 60 pluses that will want to do the video with us. Those of you who are stepping in your 60, your 60s with grace and dignity and proud of it. I'd love for you to DM me if you want to be part of our video, Getting 60 with it. Okay, so we can show the world how fabulous it is to be in our 60s. Okay. All right. So listen, I'm just jumping on here real quick because I want to tell you all about, and some people have already known and have been asking me about it, uh, because I'm about to do something rare for these next 60 days. Because normally I am so busy and travel so much and all of that that I really don't have a lot of one on one time. But I've had so many people ask me to mentor them, ask me to spend some time with them. And so I have opened up my calendar to be able to do that. um the reason why, let me show the flyer real quick. Some of you may have seen it. It's called The 7 Questions You Must Be Able to Answer. And I just want to talk a little bit about who this is for. I'm talking about a one-on-one session with me to help those who fit a very specific demographic. I'm talking to you if you are in a place of indecision, of struggle, of frustration. If you are a person that, let me tell you where I used to be, where even in the midst of what should have been the most celebratory events, I would have this sense of sadness. I'm talking about, like, whether it's at a wedding or what should be a joyous occasion, or maybe even celebrating my birthday or something like that. I would still have this sense of sadness, right? Where I was, or of not being fully satisfied with something, like something is missing, right, in my life. And a lot of times, particularly those of us who are in ministry, who are in the public eye, we don't really like to deal with a lot of things that are going on the inside of us. But I'm telling you, when you don't deal with it, listen, it doesn't go away. And what happens eventually is that it begins to fester. And instead of being like just as a seed that's planted, blooms into something, well, when you plant something negative, it does the same thing. It is going to explode eventually into something that you're not going to really be happy about the fruit of what that thing is. And that's what happens when we bury our emotions, bury our frustration. But you know what? A lot of people are guilty of burying their purpose. Their purpose. When I meet people, I love to say to them, I want you all to listen to me. Would you all please cooperate with this? I mean, seriously. Because I believe that the people that are connected to me and connected to my page are really progressive people. And do you know that most of the time, I checked it out, I did it today. Most of the time, when I ask people, okay, so what are you called to do? Why were you put on the earth? Who are you called to? Do you know that most people cannot answer that question? And I'm not talking about teenagers or people in their 20s. I'm talking about people that are in their 30s, their 40s, wait a minute, their 50s, their 60s. I've even had people in their 70s. When I ask them that question, they cannot answer it. And listen, if you or anybody you know are in any kind of state like what I described to you, frustration, indecision, unhappiness, cloud of sadness, not sure what you want to do, or what you want to do, but you just can't get clarity. You feel stuck. You know what your gifts and the things that you desire to do. You have a vision, but you just can't seem to put it into order or alignment. Then guess what? Then you need some help. You need someone to help coach you through that. And I can tell you that because I had to do the same thing. Because one thing, I want y'all to write this down, or if you don't write it down, I want you to remember this. Freedom is never done alone. I want y'all to hear that again. Freedom is never done alone. You don't get free by yourself. Can I help some of you all, some of you independent folks? How do I know? Because that was me. That was me. I really tried to figure all this out myself. I knew, and again, I know most of you here are believers and you have a relationship with God. And no, I'm not saying that God cannot give you a plan, because he actually does do that. But most of the time, because of the way the kingdom works, what God does, I put it the way the scriptures put it, there's a brother that's raised up for your adversity. So for those that I am called to, I'm here, raised up for your adversity, raised up for those prayers that you've been praying to God, that you don't know what to do, you don't know which way to go, you don't know why you're here, you're feeling empty, you're feeling unfulfilled. And then for some of you, you really have a good life, but you still have that gnawing feeling inside of you that something is missing. You know something is missing. You know you're not fulfilling the fullness of the reason why you're here. That's what I am here to help you do, to help you discover it, help you to be able to articulate it. Because if you know it, you should be able to articulate it. And then you should articulate it confidently, and also align your life with it, because the truth of the matter is that until you and I do that, until you and I are able to answer these 7 questions that I am going to go over with you for your life, and to bring order, structure, alignment, and revelation to you, until you can do that, you're going to be faltering and kind of, floundering around and just kind of trying things. Who am I talking to today? You just been trying all these different things, and it's a different thing all the time. You just all over the place. Listen, you need to get clarity. Life is short. That's one of the reasons why I had to do it, because that was me. I was just like all over the place. And I had to really get clarity on me, on Darling, on my calling, on what I and so that I could really make sure that I'm making decisions. See, some of you are about to make a decision that's totally out of alignment with what God put you on the earth to do. This is why it's important for you to have these questions answered. These are questions that everybody needs to answer. All right. For you to live a fulfilled and successful life. And when I'm talking about success, I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about fully maximizing your purpose on the earth. Because this is the deal. You are in one of 3 spaces, and you decide, and you ask yourself, where are you at? Are you sinking? Are you surviving? Or are you thriving? Come on, answer that for yourself. Some of you, if you don't mind, you can put it in the chat. Are you sinking? Are you surviving? Or are you thriving? If you're sinking, you're overwhelmed. If you're surviving, you're just going to work, doing what you got to do, just barely making it, keeping your head above water, not really having the fulfillment, the enjoyment, and the things that you need. Come on. Okay, Val, you said surviving. Listen, you're not called to just survive. You and I are not called to just survive. And see, that's one of the things that I've discovered, that many times those of us who've been saved and, even following God, we didn't really get the tools that we needed to really thrive. We thought that just because we prayed, we fasted, we quoted the word, right? We just thought that certain things were just going to happen, because we didn't understand the fullness of what we needed to do, the work we needed to do, what it really takes to renew our minds. See, the Bible tells us these things, but let's just say, in my experience, a lot of the things that really needed to be emphasized had not been emphasized. I'm talking about to the detail that I believe people need to understand. That's one of my callings, for me to make things so simple to the body of Christ so that we won't keep missing what God has for us because we don't have full understanding, right, of how to live this abundant life. We have to be renewed. We know the Bible says be renewed in the spirit of your mind so you can prove that good and that acceptable and that perfect will of God. But then how many of us really know? If I ask you today, how do you renew your mind? Are you going to just give me religious and politically correct answers? Well, I pray, I fast, I read the word. But listen, it's a whole lot more than that. You have to really do some excavation in your mind. You have to really deal with what you believe. What are your values? What are your limiting beliefs? Have you ever done that? Many of us, we have limiting belief systems that have sabotaged our entire life and we don't even know it. Come on, because nobody has taught us how to think. This is what I'm saying that we have to do. We have to learn how to think. We have to learn how to recognize the thought patterns in our minds, the negative patterns in our minds. I'm talking about those little things that come up in our lives, that come up in our relationships, that come up in our emotions. We have to start recognizing them and recognize how they're leading us to certain decisions. And most of us don't even, let me talk about me. I didn't pay attention to a lot of things that were going on in my head until I became more aware. That, you know what? You're sabotaging yourself because you really have a limited belief system. You have made decisions about things and people, and you have closed off to certain things, and so you're not open to expand yourself and to expand your experiences, and that's why your experiences, come on, stay limited. Anybody know what I'm saying? Okay, several of you are saying you've been surviving. Well, listen, God haven't called you to just survive. And let me tell you this. This is the real deal. When we're surviving, there are like four things that is out of whack. One of these four or several of these four that are out of whack. Number one is either your identity, like you really knowing who you are. And when I say who you are, I don't mean like me saying, I'm a preacher and I'm a minister. And I see a lot of that stuff people hide behind. You still don't know who you are. You just got a title, right? And you just got something to make you feel better about yourself. But I'm talking about really know you from your attributes and from how God made you. And I mean, from the good to the bad to the things that you need to work on. I'm talking about on a deeper level. We got to really know who we are, right? And so I'm saying if you're just surviving, one of these areas or several of these areas is out of whack. Either your identity or you haven't discovered your purpose. Why you were born. Can you, those of you listening to me, do you know why you were born? Do you know that God found a purpose and then wrapped you around it, wrapped your flesh around that purpose, and then sent you to your mother's womb? God forbid that you haven't discovered what that is, because that's the reason why you're on the earth. Come on. And I've met people 60, like I said earlier, and older that still don't know why they're here, because nobody took the time. They don't know how to discover it, and they don't recognize or connect that to that cloud of sadness and that empty feeling that they have continued to have their whole lives. You're going to have that And you're gonna be surviving if you don't fully understand why you're here. And you don't have to do that. Another third thing is your assignment. So it's not even enough just to know maybe you have identity, maybe you know your purpose, but you got to know your assignment. And see, this is the thing where some of you may be here because you can know your purpose, know your identity, but maybe your season for your assignment has changed. See, that's the thing. Purpose never changes. That's eternal, but your assignment changes. So some of you may be in a different season where your assignment is changing. How that purpose looks in the earth concerning you is changing, and you don't recognize it, or you're grieving it, and you don't understand that. Again, you don't have enough clarity about your identity and your purpose and your assignment and all the things you need to understand so that you can move forward without guilt and without hesitation and with confidence. See, that's what I want to help you to do. Yes, I'm telling you. And I think I have some people on here. I think I see some people here that I've helped to coach. And I promise you that when you begin to have the right conversations and it is the right questions that you answer, you'll begin to have the clarity you need, the confidence you need, because you'll fully understand why you're here. You'll fully be clear on what's important to you, what's important to God. And listen, when we're detached from our purpose, a lot of times that's why we're detached from the true joy that only comes from us being smack dab in the middle of the purpose for which God created us. Listen. So let me give you those things again. Your identity, your purpose. I said, if you're frustrated, if you're surviving, if you're sinking, one of these or all of them or a couple of them are missing. Your identity, your purpose, your assignment, you're not in the right assignment, or it's prioritization. Because you can know who you are, know your purpose. Wait a minute, have an assignment, know your assignment, but guess what? You don't make time for it. You don't make time for it. A lot of people's problem is prioritization. That you have nowhere on you have been so selfless that you do something for everybody else. If I ask you your calendar, you know what grandbaby doing. You know what your family, your nieces and nephews. You got all this stuff on your calendar except for you. And some of you have never scheduled you in your life. That your whole life calendar, it has eliminated your purpose. Huh? Come on here. See, I'm here to this is how you grow. I'm here to hold you accountable. I know you don't want to go to the grave with your purpose unfulfilled. Because what do you think, God? If God put you on this earth to fulfill a purpose, come on, aren't you serious? Are you not serious about fulfilling it? Come on, y'all. I'm here to give you a wake-up call. And I'm seeing a lot of y'all on here. A lot of y'all on here. You in my age group. We not kids anymore. Come on. And so it's time for you and I to fulfill everything that God has called us to fulfill. And so that's what the 7 questions coaching session is about. It is about you getting clarity and understanding about you, your life, your purpose. And there's 7 questions that I'm going to work through with you and show you. Even if you just have one session with me, you're going to have the tools to begin. If you're going to do the work, now you're going to have to sit in yourself. Okay. Now, this is what a lot of people don't like to do. They don't like to sit and ask themselves questions and hold themselves accountable, because that's what you're going to have to do so that you can make changes in your life. Because listen, if you're somebody who hitherto you have blamed other people for where you are, listen, I'm going to help you when we sit down and talk. All right? Because you are responsible for your life. And we can acknowledge that all of us have been betrayed, lied on, cheated on, or, whatever you want to say. But let's not spend the rest of our lives worried or concerned about anything and anyone except us fulfilling the purpose God has brought us to fulfill. And so we can't do it if we don't know what it is. And please don't tell me you know what it is if you can't articulate. You should be able to articulate it like that. If I say, okay, what are you called to do? Who are you called? Who are you reaching? And then who are you? If you say you know it, then what are you doing with it? Tell me what you're doing every day. What is it that you're doing that's in alignment with that purpose? Come on. See, the saints got to stop lying to themselves, right? Because sometimes we lie to ourselves about what we really do when we're really not doing much at all. I'm talking about in real life. Come on, to fulfill what God has placed. You are too valuable. You got too much in you. Sir, ma'am, come on, let's go. Let's go. All right. Stop going in circles. Stop being frustrated. It's time to stop surviving. Remember, freedom is done together. I'm your spiritual Harriet Tubman. Okay. Come on, join this underground railroad to freedom so that I'm going to give you some tools that help me get through so many things. Many of you, you know some of my story. You don't know all of it, but you're looking at a sister that's been married, single, divorced, and widowed, saved, unsaved, single, saved, unsaved, married. Come on. I've done it all, been there, done that. Understand business, handled millions of dollars. Come on, made millions of dollars, lost millions of dollars. I'm telling you, lost family, husband, mother, friends, you name it. Because see, sometimes a lot of people in my situation, I'm talking about like some people, they still see me as the first lady or whatever. They forget I have a family, I got friends, somebody could have just died in my family. People don't think about, that you have a life outside of what they see, right? That you have a whole life other than this. This is not my life, okay? But all those things have required me to get the skills and the skill set that I want to give you. Because you know what? To be successful, you need the right mindset, and then you need the skill set. Somebody had to teach you the skills, and then you need the tool set. But then I'm going to give you tools so that you can continue to combat the things that have come against your destiny, and you're going to be able to teach others the same thing that I'm going to share with you. Okay? So listen, if any of this resonated with you, I want you to book your session. I'm going to put the link in the chat for you to book. There's only a few spots because, like I said, I opened myself up for these next 60 days. Well, and the days are ticking now. I'm going to, and I only have so many slots I can do, right? Because this is one-on-one. And let me be honest, I really don't like doing one-on-one stuff because I'm super busy, right? but the Lord told me to do it. So somebody has been praying for this. And when God tells me to do something, and I normally don't do it for this cost either, to be quite honest, but I fear God and God told me to do this because some of you need direction and it's waiting for you. God has answered your prayer. So listen, and you don't have to worry about confidentiality. Everything we talk about is between you and I. Everybody who knows me knows I'm a vault, okay? All right. So you confident, you can be Nicodemus at night. It doesn't matter. All right. But I want to help you. And I want you to know that God has answered your prayer. So listen, if anybody have any questions, anybody got any questions out here right now that you need me to answer, I can do that. Again, the link is in the chat for you to book, and our meeting will start next week. And I promise you, it's going to be worth your while. And I encourage you to make an investment in yourself. Because let me tell you who this isn't for. Let me tell you about me. My call is to women and men, but specifically to help those to discover their truth, their voice, their purpose, and their destiny, and to be able to take that understanding and that revelation and to align their lives with it, and also to create wealth with it. That's one of the things that I'm called to do specifically, right? Is to help you even find ways to turn your purpose into a business, into income. Isn't that a great life? Huh? When you can get paid to do what you called to do anyway. One prophet said, just like Moses' mother, that's getting paid to take care of your own baby. Come on. That's a wonderful life. Let me tell you, it is. Okay? All right. So listen, any questions out there? I thank you all. Listen, pass this on to someone you know. If it's someone you know that you like, you know what? This person really could use this. Because listen, if you're not serious, if you don't want to make an investment in yourself, if you're not serious about really changing, this isn't for you anyway. Anybody that know me know I don't play no games, and I don't want to waste your time, and I don't want you to waste mine. I know your time is valuable, so is mine. And so this is really for people that are progressive, that want to, that really know that they it's no time to play. And let me tell you why I got coaches. Listen, I got coaches that I have paid tens of thousands of dollars for. And you know why? Number one, because I knew that I needed help and that they could help me. But also because, you know what, I had to admit, I wasn't going to get it done by myself. I was not going to do it without accountability. And I knew I needed the accountability. It's okay, y'all. It's okay to need accountability. I just want to make that okay for somebody, right? Let me just be honest with you. There are things that I'm like, I know. That's why people get trainers, because they know. Come on, you're not getting out that bed and doing no exercises unless you pay somebody to make you do it. That's why you do it, because we get, what did I say? Freedom is never gotten alone. We do it together. Okay. So come on, let's get free with me. That's 7 questions that you must be able to answer. And I promise you're going to have the clarity that you've never, ever had before. All right. Link is in the chat. I look forward to meeting with some of you all. Again, the meetings will start next week or whenever you're available. I want to say this too before I go. There is now I'm switching to LIN, but our organization, the Liberty International Network, has a phenomenal opportunity that if those of you who love to travel, we go to our the Liberty International Network page, and you will see that currently this week there is a Dubai vacation for a specific donation. Well, let me not mix this up, but I want you to go to that page again. It's the Liberty International Network -LIN, and I'll put it on my page too as well. But basically, what's going on for these next 60 days is that our sponsor is granting vacation certificates for 4 and 5-star hotels, that when you donate to our nonprofit, in exchange for your donation, you will get a vacation at from 30 to 70% off. Now, come on. How fabulous is that? So in other words, if you were going on vacation anyway, you'll be spending less money than you would have spent, but donating it to a cause and helping us and helping me in several of our outreaches that include our Widows outreach, our Billionaire Minds outreach, our Hollywood Studios, everything that we do under the LIN umbrella. Because let's face it, nonprofits have to find ways to get donations. And I sit in a lot of rooms asking corporations to help nonprofits, because you can't keep coming to the people that you're helping. You can't do that, whether you're church or a ministry. And so this is one of the things that I've been able to establish. And if you're a pastor or a leader or whatever, and you would like to do the same thing, DM me, and you can also, get donations, and then you can get a part of the donation back. In other words, the people can get a vacation, and then you can get a donation back to your organization. Because again, this is one of the things that's my calling. I am called to restructure the financial infrastructure of nonprofit organizations, okay, to find different means for us to do what we do. Okay. So anyway, so listen, I want you all to check that out. As a matter of fact, I'm going to put that link here too. And this is just the Dubai link. This would be for the ones that are interested in going to Dubai. If you want to just donate to LIN and get in return for your donation, it is a specific donation though. If you donate that specific dollar amount, then you will, or more, you can always donate more, but you will get a 5-day, 4-night trip to Dubai. And again, go on the LIN page, and it's full disclosure. It shows you the hotels that you will choose to go to. They are 4 and 5-star hotels. You can look them up on Travel Advisor. I'm saying it's full disclosure. This is no bull here. Okay. You can see the hotels. You can see how nice they are. You can see how nice the reviews are, with thousands of reviews. And my God, you can see how much they cost. Like some of them cost $300 and plus a night. And so you're getting basically, like I said, 50% off or whatever it is. But also the sponsors are donating back to the ministry when you do that. Okay. So listen, tell somebody, if somebody's getting married, or somebody is about to go on a vacation, listen, look on that site, because there are trips to Greece, to Spain, all over the world that we have available. So when you donate, we're calling our donorcations. Okay. If you are going anywhere, and we also have Vegas and San Diego and places like that. Listen, so all you got to do is DM us. We'll be listing all of we're gonna put them all together and put links there, so you all stay tuned. It's a great way to have a vacation, okay? Where it's a win-win-win, a win for you, a win for them, a win for us. And so God bless you. I love you too, Shay. Love you. I'm gonna talk to you soon, okay? All right. Thank you all so much. Don't forget to pass this on and book now, okay? Because only limited slots before all the slots are gone. All right. Love you all. Be blessed.
Mark, ready, set, let's go. Old school pro, you know I know how the story go. Ain't nothing new about living. That's legit, cause now I'm getting 60 with it. Ooh, that's slick. Let's visit memory lane. Shantown Soul Train. Revolution was a lifestyle, not just a song. Martin Luther was the king. And not LeBron, Motor City was a thing like Teflon Don. Remember Perry Mason. And that's my mama. Good times brought us many good laughs and great drama. On the scene, gave Celine before Jay-Z and Jay. The last poets hit the scene, rapping truth in old day. Now truth be told, nothing ever stays the same. Block used to be a place, but now it's a chain. Catfish was for dinner, but now it's a shame. Put respect on my name now. Hey, I'm getting 60 with it. Getting 60 with it. Getting 60 with it. Getting 60 with it. What? You want my arm to fall off? Billy D, Black Love, and Diana the boss. Hey, gay was in emotion. Emotions were a group. Clouds were in the sky, and texts were from a book. Life is about love, and love is life. 6 decades, so not pretend to get your head right. Not money, not fame, not the bag or a thrill. Ring the bell, get the whip, make a flip, close the deal. No thing on earth could ever fill up the pain in your soul. If there's a hole, only love can feel. Make mistakes, stay your ground, leave the tent for the clowns. Lift your head, fix